Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing.
Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 579 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I'm Heidi, and I am so happy to be here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. This episode is on a topic that I love. It's very relatable also because, well, we all wear clothes, hopefully. But seriously, it's all about clothes, comfort, and how what we wear reflects who we are. So I stumbled recently onto a podcast that I love. The host is a wardrobe stylist. Her name is Jennifer McMary, and she inspired this episode. If you love clothes and dressing up, or even just feeling your best every day, who doesn't? I encourage you to give her podcast a try. It's really, really fun. The title is The Everyday Style School. So I have gotten through several episodes already because, like mine, her episodes are short, which we love, don't we? But she talks a lot about feeling comfortable in what you wear, which often brings up thoughts of sweatpants and t-shirts for many. But comfort isn't confined to those pieces, not even by a long shot. We can be comfortable and look amazing. In fact, we need to be comfortable in order to feel amazing, right? The right outfit can have us floating into a room, or at least feeling like we're floating, because we love how we look and we love how we feel. And that's how we want to be all the time. Why shouldn't we? But then sometimes we let other people's opinions dictate what we wear. That's when we get in trouble. And sometimes it's overt, but sometimes it's subconscious too. The other night, my husband and I were out at one of our favorite restaurants. I'm sort of obsessed with it right now. So we've been going once a week for a while because there's a fish meal that is divine. But it's one of those places that it just feels great. Like, I love to get dressed up and go there. It's got dim lighting and fancy cocktails, the whole vibe. So we're sitting there enjoying our dinner, and this couple walks in, and the woman caught my eye fairly quickly, not because she was trying to, but because she was wearing this really short dress and she had really high heels on. And I couldn't help but notice her because she was sitting right in my line of sight. But here's the thing. She looked uncomfortable, like capital U uncomfortable. Like every few seconds she was tugging at the hem of her dress, trying to pull it down, shifting in her seat, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else but here wearing that dress. And I'm not judging her. I mean, I've been there. But I couldn't, after seeing her, my brain started spinning because I thought, I wonder if her husband picked that dress for her. Maybe she wore it to make him happy because she doesn't look happy in it right now. But that got me thinking about clothes. Clothes are such a big deal, aren't they? They're not just fabric we throw on our bodies. They're a statement. They're an expression of who we are, how we feel, and sometimes even how we want other people to see us. I mean, I love clothes. Love, love, love. Give me a beautiful dress, a beautiful pair of shoes, and a gorgeous handbag, and I'm in heaven. I am the kind of person who gets excited about getting dressed up to go out to dinner or a fun event. I mean, there's just something about putting on an outfit that makes you feel like $1,000,000. That has you sort of acting differently, right? Maybe a little, you just kind of float. I don't know. It feels wonderful to me. But the flip side is this. I've also been that woman in the too short dress. Maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. I've worn an outfit that maybe my husband loved and he thought I looked amazing in it. And sure, maybe from his point of view, it looked great. But if I'm being honest, there were times I put on something that made him happy, but left me feeling like I was wearing someone else's dress. Like all night, I'm kind of like, okay, this is riding up, or can I even sit down in this? And I got to tell you, I don't do that anymore. I learned my lesson because the truth is you can't look your best if you don't feel your best. It's almost impossible. If you're uncomfortable in what you're wearing, whether it's too tight or too short or too itchy, or maybe it's just not you, it shows because you're fidgeting, you're self-conscious, you're not fully present. And that is not the vibe we want. In fact, it's the opposite of confidence. You could be wearing the most stunning outfit in the room, but if you're tugging at it or worrying about it, no one's going to notice the outfit. They're going to notice you looking uncomfortable. So it matters, though, because what we wear is an outward expression of how we feel about ourselves on the inside. Think about it. When you put on something that makes you feel amazing, like that perfect pair of jeans, or maybe a flowy dress that makes you feel feminine, you walk differently. You hold your head a little higher. You smile more. That's not just about the clothes. It's about the confidence they give you. It's about saying, this is me, and I'm owning it. But when you're wearing something that doesn't feel like you, it's like you're wearing someone else's skin. You're not yourself. And I think a lot of us have been there, especially when we're trying to impress someone, maybe our husband or maybe friends, maybe just people in general. I remember this one time many years ago, I wore this dress to a party and it was a little shorter than I liked, but I wore it anyway, knowing I was not totally confident in it. But my friend was like, you look hot, and you like to hear that. So anyway, I wore it. But the whole night I was pulling at it, worrying it was going to slip up, feeling like I was on display in a way that wasn't me. And you know what? I didn't have fun at that party. I wasn't my happy, chatty self. I was too busy worrying about my outfit. So that experience taught me that no one else gets to decide what makes you feel good in your clothes. Not your husband, not your friends, not Instagram, not even fashion magazines. You do. And that's a powerful thing, because when you dress for you, when you choose clothes that make you feel comfortable and confident, like the best version of yourself, you're sending a message to the world. You're saying, I know who I am, and I'm here to show up as me. I love that. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up trying new things, or getting the heels out or doing things that you wouldn't normally do. I'm all about experimenting with style. You can go try that new bold color or those funky earrings and wear those heels you've been wanting to. But the key is to make sure that it feels like you. Now, for me, that means I'm probably not going to wear a super short dress anytime soon. Not because I don't think I could pull it off, but because I know I'd spend the whole night tugging at it, just like that woman in the restaurant. Instead, I'll probably go for something that makes me feel a little bit more like Heidi. Maybe a chic midi dress with a great pair of heels, or some tailored pants with a flowy blouse. My little sister has that outfit right now that I'm thinking about maybe raiding her closet for. Something, though, that lets me walk into a room and focus on the conversation I'm going to have, not my hemline. And, sometimes it's all about being comfortable and feeling confident, right? And comfort does not mean frumpy. I think a lot of times we hear comfort and we're like, okay, well, we'll just throw on our sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt. I love a good cozy day just as much as anyone, but comfort can be stylish too. It's about finding pieces that work for your body, your personality, and your lifestyle. Now, maybe for you, that's a tailored blazer and sneakers. And with a great pair of jeans. And I'm not talking about sneakers like the ones you wear to the gym. They have some great looking tennis shoes that look great with a blazer, or even like a skirt. I think it looks really good. Or maybe you're just wearing a beautiful, simple dress and your jewelry is what stands out. Or maybe it's a pair of leather pants and a silk top, which I'm loving right now. I'm seeing the fall is some of the style I love this season. But the point is, comfort and confidence, they go hand in hand. And when you nail that combo, you're unstoppable. And I also want to touch on this, the pressure we feel to dress a certain way. Society and social media, even the people that are closest to us, they're all going to have opinions about what we should wear. How many times have you seen an Instagram influencer and they have this perfect outfit and your thought is, okay, I need to dress like that, like all the time. Or maybe your husband loves a certain look and you feel like you should lean into it to make him happy. Now, I'm all for trying to work that into your wardrobe, but you've got to make sure that you both love it and you feel confident in it. Here's the thing though, all of those external voices can sometimes drown out your own. And your voice, the one that says, this is who I am, this feels great, that's the one that matters most. So how do you tune into that voice? Well, you have to start small. Maybe go through your closet and pull out the pieces you love to wear, the ones you put on and instantly feel like, yes, this is it. I feel like me. I feel so good. Or maybe it's just a pair of earrings that make you feel pretty, or a jacket that feels like a hug. You can build your outfits around these pieces. And when you're shopping, don't just buy something because it's trendy. Ask yourself, will I feel like me in this? It's a total game changer. And just to kind of circle back to the woman in the restaurant, I don't know her story and I'm not here to assume anything about her. Maybe she chose that dress herself and just had an off night, or maybe she was trying something new. But watching her reminded me of how important it is to honor ourselves in the choices that we make. even the seemingly small ones, like what we wear, which I don't really think is a small choice. I think it matters a lot. Because those choices, though, they add up and they shape how we show up in the world, how we feel about ourselves, and how we connect with others too. My challenge to you this week is to dress for yourself. Let the next outfit you put on have you smiling when you look in the mirror, thinking, oh, yes, this feels like me. This is me. Let's choose clothes this week that make us feel like the best version of who we are. Because when you feel good in what you're wearing, you bring that energy to everything you do. You walk into that restaurant or that meeting or that party and you just own it, and you know you do. And that is the kind of vibe I want for all of us. For now, keep being you, and this week only dress to impress yourself and see if that changes the way you show up. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days.
Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.